TikTok is like the second biggest streaming platform. I looked it up. It's like right behind YouTube. I think third is like it's YouTube, uh, TikTok, then like Twitch, and then Kick. But they're like way behind. It's like TikTok and YouTube are like the top two. But the problem with TikTok is like, bro, it's so censorship heavy, man. I can't cook on there like I want. So last night I'm on there at like 5 in the morning. Two. But the problem with TikTok is like, bro, it's so censorship heavy, man.
That's what I was gonna say.
I can't cook on there
Surprised
like
you
I
didn't
want.
get
So last night I'm on
fucking
there
round
at
off
like
with
5 in the
TikTok.
morning, 4 in the morning when I'm walking.
Hi everybody. It's California Bear, your favorite bear.
To go to take this guy for a
California
walk.
Bear619.
And I was
All right, back and some water.
you know, some haters want to come in the chat, so I have to cook them real quick. Had to send some ninjas to the shadow realm, even on TikTok, shadow realm, even from TikTok. So that was good. We had like I think 1,000 people. It was like a couple hundred, then it like shot up to like 1,000 or whatever. So it was crazy. It was good though. But so yeah, what I might do is I might do more I walk Frank, or maybe if we're getting ready for shows, behind the scenes crap, maybe I'll go ahead and like go on TikTok for 10 minutes, stream.
Son of his chest pains.
But yeah, way too.
Or internal chest pains.
Censorship heavy, bro. Oh man, it's I would never build a platform on there ever, bro. It's literally trash. But when it comes to reach, it's very good. But yeah, if you guys like that, if you guys want to see that type of stuff, go follow me on here, guys. It's Myron Gaines XX is the account. We'll see how long I can last. Okay.
I don't think you're gonna last very long,
Myron.
Myron.
Is the account, ninjas. All right, I'll drop it for you guys right here. Okay. Give it a quick follow.
This is trash, and then fucking throws a feeler out there. Hey, follow me over there, guys. Gee, Myron. And like a dog, I'm gonna go follow him.
Sometimes I read the chat and answer questions, all that stuff. So,
how you doing?
I think when I had like 130K, almost at 1,000 plus, despite being like shadow ban and stuff. So
hello,
we're cooking, guys. We're cooking. We're gonna get this thing. We'll see how long we can make it last. Though.
Ria Ryan.
We'll see how long we can make it last.
How you doing? Thank you for coming to my channel. 18 people on, 1 like. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hello, Wolfkin. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it.
We're going to talk about, obviously, the Rick Chow thing.
I don't know anybody on TikTok, and people keep sending me messages.
A bunch.
I'm sitting here Friday evening, 9:29 p.m., watching Myron.
The Carmelo Anthony case, that's in day 2, I think, of the trial now at this point. So that's going to be good.
What's my goal? I don't know. What's your goal? Why don't you start with that first? That's like right away. What's my goal? My goal in what? And my goal in like the next hour? My goal in my next couple hours? My goal in this weekend? My goal in life? My goal in this month? My goal in what, brother? Be more specific. Stinker Van! What's up, brother?
I mean, it's still powerful, but it's not like, one of the more refined.
Go to college. Okay, you want to go to college? You just want to go to college? Or is there something that you want to major in?
Get the merch, okay? Check it out.
Specifically.
Take it down.
What's up, Stinker Van? How you been, buddy, man?
Fucking nuts. And it said it was hate speech. It's like, all right, fucking whack. But yeah, get it. It's live right now.
By the way, Stinker Van is one of my loyal followers and subscribers for a while, man.
And here we go.
You just want to go to college? All right. Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How old are you? Wolfkin? Or Wolf Kiwi? Or Kiwi? Yeah. Wolf Kiwi. How old are you? First. Are you 18 to 21 right now? Let me ask you this. You're 11. Okay. Well, that's a good goal. That's a good goal. Well, then work hard. Work hard in school. Um, do good in school. So if you're 11, you're probably around fourth, fifth grade, right? So you're in grade school. Do real good. Right now, I mean, if you're going to go to college, like every grade, every middle school sets it up for high school sets it up for college, and so on, right? Fifth grade. All right. Well, what do you want to study? What do you want to what do you want to accomplish in college and get out of college in life in general? Let me ask you that because it's very interesting. You're at a young age right now, and the world's really changing. I'm what they call an unk. That's what the youngsters call us. I'm still figuring out. Right on. Well, you got plenty of time. Trust me. Oh, bless me. Trust me. You have a lot of time to figure it out. You have a lot of time to figure it out. That's part of growing up. So yeah, you do a lot of time to figure it out. So yeah. But yeah, the world is changing. The world is changing right now. It's leaving people like me behind. That's what I'm seeing as I've been sitting here for 5 years watching the world go by, and in more ways than one. Um, with the technology that's going by. Sorry, my eyes. I got new glasses. It's just really causing havoc on my eyes right now. Trying to adjust to these glasses. With technology and stuff, and with the AI and the tech that's coming right now with the semiconductors and the microchips, and the future with SpaceX coming right now, and quantum computing coming in right now and stuff. Okay, well, okay, you get it. It's like that's that's right there. Your answer right there tells me a lot. Your answer tells me a lot. So okay, well, sounds like you got to figure it out then. Good luck. That's all I got to say to you. Good luck. The world is yours. The world is yours. Good luck. You're welcome. You know, I remember when I was 11 years old. Eesh. That was the 80s. It was the 80s. 1981 to be specific. In 1981, we had something called we had something that was around for a little bit of while already, but it was barely becoming bigger. We had what we called cable television, where people paid to have something hooked up. We didn't have an antenna anymore. We didn't have to rely on like 3 to 4 channels. They didn't really come in on an antenna. And we paid to have maybe I don't know, about 20 something channels. I guess I don't know. I don't remember how many channels it was. Well, the rotary box. No, there was more than that. There was. I remember the box went all the way around and stuff. But we had like HBO, which if you paid for it and stuff, obviously my parents at first did pay for it, and then my mom like got on my dad's ass. We can't afford this shit. And blah, blah. But we had stuff like MTV, music television, where they would do music, music and then
Oh
videos and
yeah,
stuff, and that
yeah.
was
It's
like a
funny
new
right now.
concept. And then ESPN was this like brand new thing too that people said, no way, people aren't gonna pay to see sports 24/7 and stuff. And yeah, the world was changing back then, and music was changing, and fashion was changing. I mean, I remember back then, but I was still a kid, you know. Yeah, the '90s were overrated. Honestly, I didn't. The '90s were okay. The '90s were okay. I mean, I'm not knocking the '90s. I got in. I became my 20s in the '90s. But for me, it was the '70s growing up, and then the '80s because I was a kid. That was for me the most fun. Obviously, those video games. I was a kid, like I said. I was a kid. That was the most fun for me. The '90s were like okay, it was like part of like being an adult. I turned 18 in 1988. I graduated high school in 1989. Uh, let's see. I turned 21 in 1991, and the rest is history. No, we didn't have anything we have today. Dude, this right here has changed everything. I remember, I actually remember, I remember, I remember the first time we actually, my girlfriend and I went and bought cell phones, right? And and I told her, I convinced her, hey, we should go buy cell phones in case for emergencies or whatever, in case you break down or I break down or something. You know, we lived in Los Angeles, California, routes in Long Beach. And I said, in case you break down or I break down, we need, so we don't have to go walk to a rotary or a public phone, Okay, so we went to a place and we bought the Nokia phones. In fact, somehow, they were they only had one Nokia phone, so they got her a Nokia phone, and they got me. He knew how to sell me. He sold me an Ericsson phone that had like digital tracking of like email, text messaging, because he saw me wearing Lakers stuff. So he said, "Oh, you can check out like news and tickers, like sports." So like I was checking like the Lakers playoff game, like I don't know, every like 5 seconds there was like an update on the score and stuff. Like, ooh, that happened, right? So I don't know. Look it up on Google or whatever. What a Nokia phone looked like. It'll be that one. Dude, if they still made those phones, they'd still be around. 'Cause those phones last forever. So where I'm going with this is, after that, after we were all happy, we got our cell phones and everything, blah blah blah. We were at the plaza, and then we went over to Circuit City. Circuit City was still a thing, and we walked in there and we're just browsing, all the electronics and stuff, and there was music playing, and I couldn't figure out where the music was coming from, right? Or what? I knew where it was coming from, but I couldn't figure out what was playing, what electronic was playing the music, and I saw this little thing. Mm, maybe it looked around like this, something like that. And I kind of picked it up, and I kind of like wasn't trying to like shake it. I just kind of like was trying to hold it. The wire moved, and like it stopped the music. And the guy quickly ran over to make sure I wasn't trying to steal it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read what it is. Oh, and you're like, oh, you're into like downloading music and like with downloading music. What are you talking about? Like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, dude. This is like, if you're like, what was the name of that? Cat something. That was the very first major online platform where people would like used to download music, right? I forget cat something. I forgot what it was called. It's been so long. People used to download and share files with music. So, anyways, this little thing was, I forgot how many megabytes, like like 500 megabytes. You can download music on it, and it would show like all like gray, like with it lit in the back, and it had music. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, you download music from the internet? Like, it's like modern, like music, whatever you wanted and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, it's like, and I was looking at him what he was telling me, and I'm like, so when we went outside, we're leaving, I was telling my girlfriend, look, it's like between the cell phone that we just had the I told her, you know what? I said, one day, one day they're gonna have the technology where you're gonna have in your hand, you're gonna have something where you're gonna be able to talk and everything, but you're gonna be able to get the news, like sports, contact people, and be able to watch TV, movies, whatever. And sure enough, it started happening, and I forgot when iPhones started happening. I remember my buddy got his first iPhone in 2008, I believe, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And I don't really like iPhones, but it was the iPhone whatever. It was like a smaller version of I'm a Samsung guy, and I was watching YouTube on it. I was already into YouTube and whatever at home on my big old computer or whatever. And I'm like, dude, sure enough, man, that's what happened. You know, so I'm just saying, like way back then, and that was a year, by the way. By the way, that was pre around the year 2000. That was around the year 2000. So 26 years later, where we have this now. So I mean, it seems like a long time ago, but it's really not. I mean, just we come a long way, and then what this is now. Imagine what we're gonna have 20 years from now. The way Elon Musk has talked and what he's talked about, and the way things are coming out. I mean, he's talking about a chip in the brain and everything, man. It's like, I mean, they already tried. Google tried those things with those glasses. It was around 2008. They had those glasses, and they didn't go anywhere. They had those glasses where you could see stuff on your lenses. But they're gonna try it again. I think with the meta glasses, they just didn't. You know, I think with the meta glasses, they're trying to get it, figure it out and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's gonna have something to do with what's with AI. It's gonna have to do with AI, meta glasses, AI, and I forget the word that I'm talking about. Um, because those didn't mean we hit either those Oculus or whatever those things. So Era was like crazy about like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. Even those things have then like they're nowhere now. Like they didn't really hit. They're just like this, like the technology or people weren't ready for it and stuff. But it's a matter of time, you know. So, anyways, user EX5. I'll say how you doing. There is gonna be a lot of used things, dude. And I mean, now that I'm an old timer, I'm an unk. I'm just, dude. All I do is just sit here, dude. I just like do a lot of YouTube and Instagram and whatnot. I hope this is his account. Yeah, this is Myron Gaines XX. I'll follow him. All right, Myron. I just sit here, brother, and I'm not promoting or nothing, but I sit here on my Weeble and I just stock market, brother. That's all I do, man. And I just do my homework and I just put money on stocks and that's it. And I just like, hey, one day, you know, hopefully I live long enough to one of these stocks, like, really like booms. And I think they are, somebody, oh, they're not, dude, I don't care, man. I mean, I put money on stocks. They're like, $1,300 a share. and they're still going up, man. They're still going up just because the technology's still, so far there, and like the competition hasn't caught up yet. Like the rest of the competitors have to use them. They're not caught up. That's the thing with Nvidia. Everybody's, oh, Nvidia this, they're gonna catch up, and like, no, Nvidia's ahead of the deal because they're distributing the money. They're buying out like smaller companies, and they know that guy knows what he's doing, dude. Yeah, Nvidia. I'm glad I jumped on that stock. You know, it hasn't like gone straight up, whatever, but that guy, dude. Anyways, watch your life every time you're on live. Do you? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So I take it you're a subscriber then? I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, I don't think I'm very interesting. I'm just a guy here. Just a fat guy here, man, on my couch, dude. That's it, man. That's it, dude. Um, that's all I got to do here in this part of the world, because 7,000 miles out that way, west from here, is my real life, and that's my family. And I hope to be out there one day again. You can't tell. It's okay, brother. Don't worry about it, man. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man, you got the whole world ahead of you. Hopefully one day you'll remember that. Yeah, I remember that old fat guy who was telling me about this and that, back in the 80s and stuff. Back when he saw a cell phone for the first time, and you know. Well, I didn't see a cell phone. I actually bought a cell phone.
Hiroshima.
The first time I saw a cell phone, there were these big things the size of a shoebox, dude. They were huge. So it was actually a carrier, and then there was a big, like, it looked like a military thing, and like about this big, and it had like a wire. Those were the old cell phones. Yeah, dude. I think they were like $6 to $4 a minute back then, and they had a big old antenna and stuff. And then they started making them for rich people, for cars, people that drove like Mercedes Benz and stuff. And they were like kind of like that buttons and stuff that be on your dashboard and stuff, or on your console and stuff. Nobody could afford that shit, man. Hopefully, no, dude. Don't do that, man. Grow up and be nothing like me. Don't be a YouTuber. Don't talk like me. Talk like a proper person. Don't talk nothing like me, please. No, dude. Get an education. Don't talk like me. Don't talk like me. Don't say bad words. Don't talk. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. One of the people that I always admired and followed as a little kid. He went by his name was Che Guevara. Some people follow him. Some people do not follow him. Look him up, and then do your own research and do your own decision. But there was something that he said. And he said, "I don't want something about don't be a follower. Don't follow me. You rise above and have people follow you instead. Don't be a follower." You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. That's I think that's one of the best advices I ever heard anybody give. And I actually have lived through it, man. I've never really been a follower. I didn't join gangs. I didn't like join clubs. I didn't like, I was never like, a follower. You know, never have been a follower. Not in my union, you know. There's always like little guys, guys that are always like little followers and like little puppies and stuff, sniffing ass and stuff. On job sites, we call them brown nosers and stuff. Never been that guy. I have no respect for people like that. I'm just not, man. It's not, and it's nothing about pride. It's just like, hey, if somebody can't, like, see your worth for the value that you can, like, bring to the table, other than just kissing their ass or their feet or whatever, or saying being a yes man, then dude, that's not the person that you want to work for or be associated with, if that makes any sense. Or friendship, should I even say that? There's a lot of people like that I've, throughout the ages, that I've come about, that, like, like, yeah, and they, like, get surprised when I just tell them, like, just, kick rocks. I'm like, dude, I'm not, you know, I'm not part of your little fan club. It's like, I'm gonna tell people straight up. I don't know, just that's just how I am. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to, like, just on purpose be an antagonist, or I'll listen to somebody, but after a while, if I just don't like what I'm hearing or whatever, it's not vibing. I'll just, like, just distance myself. I'm like, hey, it's like, just stop silently, just, like, step aside and walk away. If this person's really, like, like, really coming at me, I'll push back. But if not, I'll just kind of just, like, distance myself, should I say? There's, like, that real pushy person that's kind of trying to telling you how to do things and what to do in your life and da da da, and, like, I'm not one of those. Nah, there's ways to do that. How to try to help somebody, how to try to mentor somebody, if they come to you. If they don't, then man, don't. It's not your job to be telling somebody how to do something, how to chew their food, what to eat, how to eat it, and you know how to hit a nail. You know. I just apply that, in my craft, um, as a union pipe fitter. It's like, uh, I just applied in life, and stuff with the apprentices that I came with. If they're willing to learn, I just will observe them first, what kind of character they were and how they presented themselves, you know, presented themselves to me. And if they're like the kind of like the know-it-all and wouldn't listen and whatever, I said, okay, dude, just let this guy. I just gave somebody enough rope for them to hang themselves. No problem, dude. I'm still yapping like I always do. Like somebody said, this guy right here likes to just talk in front of the screen. I just hear and talk. Sorry, man. I don't stop. I don't slow down. When I got a thought, it just comes out. Because sometimes the thoughts just kind of like go blank on this side of the brain right here, man. KB, how you doing? Welcome. I got 4 likes right on, man. Right off the bat. Cool. It's gonna be a good day today. Yesterday was full of trolls, man.
Fuck. In the alternative circles,
It's getting warm,
They did
guys.
have one, or they didn't have like a crude bomb at this point.
I was getting asked, oh, I was wearing a hoodie. Because I'm comfortable. I like wearing hoodies.
I mean, it's not
They're comfortable, they're warm.
It's
A lot of times I don't wear a shirt underneath.
Also, guys, yeah. They went all fucking nuts. They said it was hasty. But yeah, get it. It's live right now. You show you guys. You go on MaraGainsX.store.
Make it 5.
/limited. Okay, MaraGainsX.store/limited.
What's up, buddy? Oh, yogurt? What flavor is it? Are you gonna finish it?
It's only gonna be around, guys, a few more days.
Make it 5 what, KB? I understand.
8 days.
It's good night for me because it's sugar.
Why you guys can't?
All right, Goofkin. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I appreciate it. What's up? What are you eating, buddy? Hey, use a spoon. Don't use your fingers. I don't know if you wash your hands. Look at your dirty fingernails. Use a spoon. Cuchara. Okay, get a cuchara. There you go. Thank you, mother.
Super chats. All right. We got here. Alex says.
Use your fingers, kid.
Happy Friday, big bro.
His fingernails are all dirty and shit. Especially now since he's a big boy and like cleans himself with his hands. He can't eat with his hands now because he. You know why. You want me to tell the rest of the YouTube what he does with his hands now? By the way, this is my wife, my beautiful, cute Habibi. My Habibi.
Hello, everyone.
That's something to just keep in mind. What else?
Hi, everyone.
Oh, I gave you a like after you had 4. It was number 5 of this. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you, KB. Thank you. It goes a long way. Thank you, guys. You guys can give me an unlike too, by the way. I mean, they don't come out here, but they go with the algorithm. Just so you guys know. You know, interacting in the comments, you know, after on the live stream or videos or likes, unlikes, they go in the algorithm, guys. I don't know if you guys knew that. It helps the video. Oh, this guy's a shit. He's an asshole. I'm like, well, fuck, dude. YouTube's all. This guy's an asshole. Let's put the video out there. Let's put the live stream out there. This guy's an asshole.
You know, super chat, or you can donate stuff or whatever, or if you want to get a message read on Kick, you just send in a Kick.
Okay, Wolf Kid, take care. Don't forget to stop by anytime, all right, man? You're more than welcome to stop by here. Good luck, by the way. If I don't want to talk to you again, good luck.
It's kind of a funny topic. So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this opinion that men who want a tradition.
No, this is really been bothering me, man.
Sometimes more often viewed as misogynistic because of that.
So
Did you finish everything?
yeah.
You got everything? Didn't run out of supplies? Hey, they did. Where'd you go? Did you go to Grand Mall or yeah?
Grand Mall, then the other mall store.
The small stores. Yeah. Well, luckily they had everything. They had supplies because they know.
So, me and Hannah had this conversation, right? Because, like, after we got married, she started watching a lot of young content. It was the funniest thing ever. I was like,
Kaso kung kuan. Yeah. Basta na diha.
What the fuck?
So what was I talking about before that? Do you remember the old cell phones? The old cell phones where you had like push the buttons and stuff to chat. You had to push the same button like a bunch of times to get a word out. I was talking about that earlier. That was another thing, chat. It's like when they weren't like touch, they were like buttons, right? They were push buttons, so it was like, you know, they had numbers and letters, so it's like, you know, it's like, you know, to get the letter and like, dude, it's like, you know, like these Filipinos here, man, like we're super fast on their cell phones, dude. But I learned how to use I call them Philippines hieroglyphics. Like I see, like ISEE would be like I with a C, or oh, I'll give you an example. Like in the Philippines, for whatever reason, well, in Mexico too, nobody goes by their real name. They all have nicknames. So let's say somebody's name is whatever. Her nickname might be May May, right? Her nickname might be May May. So instead of writing the whole name May May or Marielle, her real name is Marielle or whatever, and her nickname is May May, they'll just write MAY times 2. I'm like, who the fuck is
Hi.
May times two? And it took me for a long time. Who the why the hell are you writing the month of May times two? What date? The May, the month May? No, May times two. I'm like, huh? What? Yeah, shit like that, dude. It took me a long time to figure it out. Yeah, I'm really chatty and stuff. So, a lot of things like that, anyways. So since like Wolfkin said, I don't know how to type very well. Neither do I, man. I got to like be a little bit more proficient. It helped actually with my typing, if anything, like on a computer or even on a laptop. It helped me do it faster.
That like stayed at home mom. Yeah, she's just wearing the apron the whole time and she's making food, ironing the husband's pants. Do you have like a desire for that kind
Ano
of
siya?
parents?
Apil na siya.
Yeah.
Apil na siya.
Also,
Dito na.
there's that one, you ever see those old school films where the fucking dude bends a girl over and spanks her and spanks him senseless?
Oh, by the way, the short came out. My live streams, there'll be a clip, and I don't pick it. The AI or whatever picks the clip, and it picked out the clip from whatever reason. This time it didn't pick out me going off on a troll. It went like when I was talking about like Filipinas being stalked, my wife being my number one fan, stalker, aka stalker, you know, and it clipped it, and somebody left McLovin, actually, not just anybody. McLovin is one of my subscribed followers. Hi, McLovin, and um, he said Filipinos have a PhD in stalking. And boy, is that an understatement, man. Oh my god, PhD, dude. That's an understatement, man. They invented stalking. Filipinos invented stalking. Oh my god. I got a funny story. I I I had a I'm a well by trade I'm a union pipe fitter, steam fitter, pipe fitter. If you don't know what that is, look it up. You trolls are me. Ooh. Okay, after you laugh, look it up. Look it up on Google. Look it up on YouTube, and you'll see what kind of work that is. It's really hard work. Anyways, so we work in groups. When we do the industrial work. So there's a pipe fitter, and we work in groups, tangents. What's up, Jefferson's Ribbon? Yo. There's the pipe fitter, and then there's the welder, right? And the pipe fitter does all the hard work, honestly. We do all the hard work, and then the welder comes in and gets all the credit. And if the weld, for whatever reason, it gets messed up, doesn't pass X-ray, or it's a leak, then you both, get two checks and you get sent on the road. You get fired. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, um, sorry, I gotta turn down my iron. This welder that I was working with was based out of Florida, and we're talking. Hunter, how you doing? Yo, Bear, I missed the live. I was working on pools. That's okay. No problem. You're here. We started talking, and I told him that I had a Filipina girlfriend, baby mama, yada yada. We kept in contact through Facebook, and then he later told me that he had a Filipina friend, pen pal, friend. Didn't tell me all the story about how I think he was shy or whatever. I don't know, dude. Was he ever thinking of meeting her or what? Dark Horse, you ever think about getting suction? No, I don't. Anyways, um, so then after that, he started telling me about this one young lady, or lady, she wasn't that young actually, that he was communicating with, and he wanted to talk to her and wanted to, I don't know, I guess he wanted to get friendlier, but he wasn't like, he was being like cryptic and stuff, really. Remember that one person, but he wasn't giving me too much information about her. He just said that he was just met her on Facebook and whatever. So he gave me her information, and then I went and checked her out, and I'm like, dude, I like checked her out, and first thing I saw, dude, is that she had like over, I don't know, like several hundred, right? Like, yeah, a lot. She was a collector. She had a lot of men on her friends, which could mean nothing or whatever, right? So, so that's what I told him. Hey, that's the number one thing, dude. How well do you know this person and everything? How long you been talking to her and all that stuff? My neck's right here, bro. Right here. See, here's my neck right here. See right here. Here's my neck. See it? Here's my neck. Here's my neck. Right here. Right here's my neck, bro. Right here. See it? Here's my neck. Right here, bro. All you people ask my neck. My neck's right here. Under my chin. Right here. Right here. See where my finger's pointing? Right here. Here's my chin. Here's my chin, and here's my neck right here. Here's my ears. Here's my cheeks. Here's my lips. Here's my chin. Here's my ears. Here's my neck right here, guys. Right here. There's all you guys are concerned. Where's my neck? It's right here, bro. Right here, guys. Right here. See, right here. Right here. See it, guys? Okay. There you go. Are you guys still concerned? There. See it? See it? All right. All right. All right. Okay. 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 Now. Okay. You guys see it? Okay. You guys see it? Okay. Good. All right. Good. Now I can continue the story. All right. So, anyways, he was saying, "Hey, I got this friend that I like your wife to get to know her." I'm all like, "Why? Why would my wife want to know your friend?" Well, maybe your wife would want to have a friend. My wife has plenty of friends. I think it was a shy way of knowing, wanting to get my wife to get to know her for him. He just was, I don't know, he was just real shy about it. So, all right, all right, dude, whatever, dude. I don't know, dude. So I had my wife check it out, and she didn't feel comfortable. So I told him, and he was real pushy. Remember, he was real pushy about it. Well, no, she's a good person, and I think your wife and her are gonna be good friends and everything. It was just real weird, dude. I just to the point, I'm like, hey, dude, what's your angle, dude? What is it you want to know, bro? So, like I said, going on the stalking thing, I like, suppose he'd been talking to her for months, and he knew her from this alias on this Facebook account, and I checked her out, and that's all I could find. Her, on the other hand, it took her about 20 minutes, got back to her, being my wife or my baby mom at the time, got back to me, and it took her about 20 minutes. He got the report, gave me a report. How many accounts did you find? 2 or 3? 4 accounts. She found 4 accounts, and she's to this day, she still hasn't told me how she found them. Okay? Here's the thing. If on Facebook, if you have contact with a person, you will, have like the if they have previous accounts or different accounts, they will come up eventually through email or phone numbers or whatnot. But my wife never had any information, so I don't know how she found this information from. So I don't know if there's a secret network of Filipina, like a network or whatever. See, she's laughing at me right now, dude. She's looking at me like, "Yo, motherfucker, you're never gonna know." Yuck, 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 yuck. That's our secret, our Filipina intelligence service. The PI intelligence service, Filipina. You know, you know, yeah. So that's why I laugh when McLovin left that message. Oh, they have a PhD on stalking. Well, dude, PhD, dude. They have a whole secret service on stalking, dude. They make the NSA, the CIA, the Mossad, dude. They put all that shit to shame, dude. when to do Secret Service shit, dude, to fucking stalk a man. Yeah, see, she's nodding. Yep, 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 yep. But once you go on Kick or Instagram, they can't find you guys. They can never find you. Eh, eh. But if you're on Facebook or TikTok, forget about it, guys. You're done. You're cooked. Oh, by the way, my neck's still here, guys. Look, my neck. It's under my chin. Look, here's my chin. Here's my big heavy chin right here. Here's my big chin. Here's my small regular chin. But here's my neck right here, guys. Look right here, right here. Look right here. Here's my, here. See it? See it, guys? All you guys are concerned. Look right here. My chin starts here and ends right here because my neck is right here. My neck is right here, guys. All you guys are concerned on the internet. Look, my neck's right here, guys. Look right here, right here, right here. Ay, ay, ay. It didn't take you motherfuckers very long, did it? But anyways, yeah, dude. So getting back to this story. Sorry, guys. I got back to the guy. I told, hey, dude. By the way, I don't know how well you know this person or how involved you are with. Oh, she's just a friend, and he started backtracking. What I started telling him, dude. By the way, do you know that she has another account for Facebook? Do you know that she like has many men, and she has even more men? Did she have any like romantic involved, or did she like show that she had any another accounts, or no? No, she didn't really have like anything, and she was smart. Like these are the smart ones. They're smart by not showing like, oh, this is my boyfriend, or they're those are the smart ones. They'll never show that. I mean, they'll have a collection of men, but they won't show like the one because they always want to keep that slot open. Huh, Wolfkin is back, man. I thought you were going to bed, by the way, man. Go back to sleep. Joe Sizzle. What kind of gay name is that, by the way? Joe Sizzle. Joe Sizzle. God damn, dude. Joe Sizzle and Dark Horse 9752. Gay ass names, dudes. WSFK 2170. What's up, playa? What's up, playa? Listen here, playa. That always reminds me of Teddy Long, dude. That's a reference to pro wrestling. Teddy Long, dude. I miss that guy, dude. Teddy Long. Listen here, player. Not much, my man. Just me on a Friday night, sitting here. There you go. Yeah, dude. Well, see, you remember him from then, but see, I'm old school because I'm an unk. So back when I was a kid on WTBS, Channel 27, at 6:05 WTBS, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Teddy Long used to be not a manager or not a SmackDown manager, not a pro manager because he became a manager afterwards in WCW. But before it was WCW, Georgia Championship Wrestling, he was a referee. Just so you know that. Yeah, Teddy Long, dude. Good old Teddy Long. Listen here, player. I love Teddy Long. Glad it's still around, dude. We lost too many already. Too many people from my childhood. So yeah, you gotta be careful with them Filipinas. You gotta be careful with them fucking Filipinas. Excuse me. Excuse me. You gotta be careful with them Filipinas. Yeah, they're dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, they're very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Okay, hello.
They're like sirens. What was the name of that book? The Odyssey?
Go for
Yeah, the Odyssey. I think that is the Odyssey. It's a book, by the way, guys. Is it the Odyssey? Yeah, I think it's the Odyssey. What about Puerto Ricans, brother? Oh, Puerto Rican women? Oh, no, 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 no. It's too spicy, brother. No, 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 no. Puerto Rican women are too spicy. They're beautiful though. They're beautiful women, but they're a little too hot blooded, man. They're a little too spicy. Yeah, a little too spicy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just they're beautiful. Latinas are beautiful women, but they're just what's that word, dude? Just like with power, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, with great beauty comes great grief, I guess would be the word. Yeah. That's what I tell my friends, man. My friends are like into Latinas and stuff. Oh my god! I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't think you can be handling it, guys. I don't think you can handle it. How do you know, my dude? Dude, I can't handle it. I don't know about you can handle it, dude. I don't know if you can handle it, but they do sometimes. It's just like they're really passive kind of guys, and that's what happens. That's kind of if you're not a Latino, that's kind of like what you're gonna seriously. You're just gonna have to be that to date a Latina, in my opinion. In my opinion, I don't know. How about if I do this? If I do this, oh look, man, I have no neck this way either. Where's your neck? Where's your neck? Where's your neck? It's down here, guys. My neck's down here. It's down here. It's lost down here. My neck's down here. That's so funny, dude. The shit that people fucking fucking you know, and it makes their fucking day, dude. Jesus Christ, man, you people, man. Oh, what happened?
what happened the camera.
I don't know. Well, you're not even looking at me, so what do you care? Right?
Yeah,
Right? Right? Look, look, I can do this. There's my camera right there. Yeah, my camera. Look, my camera's right there. See? See my camera? See my camera's down there with Gucci. Gucci, take care of my camera. Myron, you're boring, dude. Come on, man. And you made a TikTok and you're being boring. The IPO bubble. Mm-hmm. 1% on. I wonder who's still on.
So we're living in a time that might be remembered as one of the biggest bubbles in history. And that's because in the next few weeks, your retirement account in your 401k is going to be buying shares in some of the biggest IPOs in human history, even though you might not want to. Okay,
it's
how's
gonna
that
be
going to happen? It's going to happen because the rules of the financial system were just rewritten to make sure that your money is going to be buying it automatically. Now, this is actually more than just a theory. Larry Fink from BlackRock which is the biggest asset management company in the world, said that your retirement fund.
I better have 2 likes right now in the next couple seconds. You 2 people. 2 likes. Four people on. 4 likes. 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. Oh, I guess not. Oh, Caleb. I can't see what you say. You've been gone to the shadow realm. Only a like can save you, by the way. You can only be saved by the like. Caleb, what happened? We can't see your comments anymore. Oh my God. You're so original with your comments. We can't see you anymore. My God, dude, you didn't do a like. Do a like and you can come back and put your stupid comments. Come on. Now, Steve Kelly Belly says America's Funniest Video. Obviously. When was the American Revolutionary War? I don't know. You should go look at your fucking history books, dude. And what does this look like? History class? Okay, Mr. Steve Kelly Belly says, you're abusing my personal freedoms. Okay. Well, if I'm abusing your personal freedoms, then get the fuck out. How's that? Fuck you and your personal fucking freedoms. You sound like a Democrat. There's no room for you bitches here. By the way, I'm not a Republican. Or a Trump guy. I just can't stand you bitches. I got 8 likes, by the way. Caleb, was that you? Did you come back? Whoever did the like, do a number 1, by the way. To choose what I like when not to choose. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Oh. Dude, you sound like a bitch, dude. I choose to fucking put you on a timeout. How's that? Go to sleep. Go take a timeout, dude. No room for fucking Democrats here. I choose not to have you here for 24 hours. No, I don't need to do that. I need to choose to put you on another timeout too. How's that? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I choose to get you the fuck out of here for 24 hours. That's what I choose to have. Ciao, Azuri. How you doing, brother? Welcome to my channel here. Are you ready for the World Cup, my friend? Random. Hey, I liked your stream. Thank you, Random. I really appreciate it, man. It's all about being fucking funny and fucking having fun, by the way. That's all. I'm bored. Ordway says nothing. Just had some American moonshine. Where's this? You gonna believe that? I've never had moonshine, by the way. Um, I don't have any desire to drink any ever, by the way. Never have. What did you drink it, by the way? You don't mind me asking. Oh, nothing. Just had some American moonshine. Did you have it here in America, or did you have it like imported, or where you at? By the way, if you don't mind me asking you. Some people like it. I have a feeling I wouldn't like it. I don't really like alcohol. It's gonna burn a hole in your throat. I don't drink alcohol, anyways. I'm kind of in recovery, kind of. Ordway, are we fucking serious? My shitty country did not qualify and lost to Northern Ireland in the qualify. No, no shit, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Puts how much attention I put into it. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to fucking. Sorry. Sorry for that. But you know what though? Sometimes it's things like that that help out to help out for the next World Cup and make puts pressure, right? Right, wrong? I don't know. I know it's helped out other countries, puts pressure to make to make it better. I'm in Milan. A friend from Chicago brought it to me. All right, on. Yeah, I've never drank it. I have no desire to. It's just, yeah, it's an acquired taste. People either gonna like it or not gonna like it, and I just don't think that I would like it. Um, the hardest thing I know people are gonna laugh. The hardest thing I ever drank was gin, and now it's like, but I do like gin and tonics. I mean, but drinking something straight like that, it's just like it's gonna burn. Nah. And well, yes, I'm quite excited. It is the World Cup, and at the end of the day, I'll be rooting for Brazil. Well, talking about the next World Cup, we haven't qualified for 3 times straight now, 12 years. Yeah, but you're still a powerhouse, dude. No matter what, you know what I mean. I mean, I mean, Team USA. I mean, what has Team USA ever really done, right? What what past the second round has Team USA done?
Also, this
We
story,
have
by
the
the way,
second
this is
highest World Cups
the
after
fucking,
Brazil.
what do you call it? Henry Nowak story, right?
Really?
This story has 1.3 million posts about it right now. I don't know if this is
I'm
new
trying
to
to
them.
think.
Thousands. Wait, this is all Southampton police. Oh my god.
Oh, that's been gold. I haven't watched Amazon in a while. We have the second highest World Cups after Brazil. You mean like as like won or attended? I mean like I don't understand your statement. Burger Planet. Really? Okay, I'll take your word for it. I thought how many does Argentina have?
Jesus, that's a lot of fucking
I
people.
thought
It sure
Argentina had
is happening
just
right now.
had
Yeah, this is
four,
happening right
or
now.
no, or
As
they
a matter
have
of fact,
three.
right now, because they'll probably be in more in the evening in the UK now. But yeah, this is good. I'm glad and
I think
stuff.
that
So
okay. They
yeah,
have
not very
three. Okay, okay,
diverse.
okay, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's because the
Sounds
crime
about right.
obviously had a
Okay, I think
racial
that's
connotation.
three.
It clearly did. I think everybody knows that. But people don't want to admit it because it's like
Okay.
improper to say so. And you got white
But you know
lies
what?
because
I
that's
like
how
the
it
World Cup
was.
for two
So
reasons.
there's a huge
Two reasons
protest
I
right
like the
now
World Cup.
outside of the police
I like the
station
World Cup
for the
because
protest for Anthony Nowak. It's
I get to see most of the world's best players, depending like which teams qualify. Obviously, that's one. I get to see all the world's. I mean, there's the champions. Whatever. And that gets to do all the European teams, right? But the World Cup gets to really do just most of everything in the world. That's one. So you get to see all the top stars, or try to see most of the top stars. And second, that's the only time my father and I get to like sit together and you know get to watch something. And that's why. So that'll be something like you know I don't know. That's the way I look at it. It's like my dad and I don't really like sit around and do much, but that's the only time we really you know since I was little, that's the only time we ever got together and watch sports. Brazil has five. Okay, Germany, I think I couldn't remember, has four. Okay. I knew Germany was up there. Germany has four, I think has three, France and Uruguay. Or yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Uruguay has two. Because Uruguay, back in the day, was a powerhouse, you know. This is back in the 30s, right? Back because I don't remember Uruguay like really winning any in my lifetime. If I correct. I can't Google right now, by the way. I got one cell phone there, and I got the most important person of my life, my Habibi, right here ignoring me because she's busy right now doing stuff for my son. Ignoring me, but wants to make sure that I have the camera on, having her ignore me. Yeah, this is really straining my eyesight. You know that? That's because my eye wants to like go from one to the other right now. Right now, I'm seeing blurry. I can't. You can't like concentrate right now on what it needs to see or wants to see. I got new glasses, and the prescription is transitions, reading, and farsighted and nearsighted. You know that. See, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I was like, and I don't know your relationship with your pops. My pops and I didn't really have like the best relationship for all these years. We've come to grips now. Now that all this stuff that's happened and stuff, and we're not. I don't know. I don't. We have a strange relationship, but that's the only time we sit down and we'll watch something. I also got a 2.25 power, dude. I don't know what that means, dude. What does that mean? I lost track of the conversation there. A two and a quarter power, dude. See, that's funny. I also got two and a quarter power, dude. I know that two and a quarter, right? Yeah, that's a quarter, 0.25. That reminds me. That reminds me when I went to the Philippines when I said I have a quarter of and they're like, what? They look at me like, what? What's a quarter? A quarter of what? I want a quarter. Oh, he means a fourth. He wants a fourth. He wants a fourth of the pork. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Here it's a fourth, not a quarter. With mine, it's been nice, but he's the one like tough, not much talkative, but he's an absolute child when it comes to screaming at the TV. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about the power. Oh, okay, got you. Okay, the glasses. Sigue. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Measuring that. Okay, got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's where it is too. Yeah, I had to get different. So that's what I'm at probably too. I'm probably am at that because I had reading glasses and I thought it was just what I needed, and I had to get adjusted. I can read better actually. It makes a difference. Yeah, my reading glasses, I gotta take those in, but oh wait, these are my everyday now. Because I realized my eyesight still needed to see far away too, and I realize that now. Now I see better. Like the TV and stuff is like so much clearer. Like I didn't realize. Like last night, I went out to the liquor store to go get something to drink, and I was walking down the street and I was seeing the billboards, and like the billboards, big letters, they're like the letters were all sharp. Like there was no like I don't know how to say it. They weren't blurry, and I know I can tell what it says, but it's not like clear. I mean, I can tell by the letters, the shapes, what it says. Kind of like when I first had my eyesight tested, the first time I had glasses, and it's like, oh yeah, like, and so they gave me a fucked up prescription because I didn't know how to be real picky. This time when I went and got my eyes checked, I was real picky with the doctor. No, and no. Oh, okay, we'll try this. No, and try this. No. And then she was like, she dialed it in. So then when she did the other eye, I did the same thing. So yeah, so now I see the difference. Before, oh yeah, that's close enough. So yeah, that's what they wrote. Like so my eyesight changed. Within like months. So it's like the eyeglass. I mean the reading part was no problem, but the see side away with these kind of glasses was real shitty. It's like oh fuck, the clear glasses hurt. The shaded ones were not because they're shaded is that bad, but when they're clear like this, they really were bad.
Anahan, oha. Mana wala ka.
Usu,
Okay.
that fly card, nah. What's up, Usu? I'm
Okay.
talking about the park glasses. Yeah, I get you.
Kaya
It
ko
looks
nang kuan.
smudgy. I don't know the word thing. Yeah,
Isa ka
yeah. It looks.
nagpahok lang
I
ko.
call it like a halo. It kind of like it's got like a halo. It's kind of like yeah, it's like smudgy. Like it's like I call it halo. Yeah, like it's got a glow. And right now it's like there's solid numbers. Right now I'm watching Friday, June 5th, 10:39. If I take them off, it's a little like blurry, like hazy and stuff. Now I put on my fucking glasses and like fucking like dude, like a nice sharp image. It's like fuck, it's like
Sige kay kuan na kumanday mo ko ang super no. Katong gown, gown, gown. Asa ni mo gown? Asa mo dito na ni kundo? Gown mo sa gown.
I think the more boring you are in real life, the less people are interested in you. So I tell people I have an extraordinarily boring life. It's actually incredibly
Spanish is my
exciting.
second
Doing what
language. I spent my
people
childhood in
as
Madrid.
man would be
What
different.
are they?
There are movie stars, and then there are actors who do movies and just live a regular life.
And that's the thing though, the
Sometimes he
Spanish
tries to speak too much.
in
Maybe shy,
Spain
introverted, but a man who's
is
intensely passionate about his craft. He doesn't use a cell phone, but simply
is
lives five
cool. I
lives
like
side
the
by side,
Spanish from
honing
Spain.
his craft
And
like
what I
that.
mean by that
Sometimes he often looks like he just wants to
is
go home, but he's actually one of the
it's a
most
different
talented.
pronunciation of stuff. Um, I don't want to say dialect, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like the English. the English from England, it's a different English, obviously, than the English in America. You know, they'll have different meanings for different words, right? So it's the same over there too in Spain as they would in over here. And like actually, like I don't know. I mean, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, they have different meanings for different words too. And stuff. But the Spaniards, the way they pronounce their S, ugh, ugh, you know, they do things really like that and stuff. It's like a Z and stuff. Dude, you got too many languages, brother. That's cool though. English is my sixth language, dude, and it's the toughest. No, I know, dude. Trust me, English was my second language. And you talk about something that just made no sense. And I'm not talking about the speech part. I'm talking about the grammar part. When you start going into grammar, I'm like, why? Oh, that's just the way it is. I'm like, dude, but why? That's just the way it is. I'm like, but why? I don't know. That's just the way it is. Is the way my teacher would tell me about, you know, like grammar. I mean, that makes no sense. I know, but that's just the way it is. So shut up and learn it. I get you. Like the vibe is just Portugal, Portuguese, Brazil. Yeah, exactly. You know, even though it's Portuguese, it's going to be different, obviously, right? Yeah. And then in South Africa, they speak a little bit of Dutch, right? Because it was a colony of the Dutch, if am I correct? Or if I'm not mistaken, should I say? Oh, dude, oh no, dude. My YouTube's on the weird. My YouTube's on the weird algorithm right now. Right now, the ice wall theory full documentary. What's next? The flat Earth part two. Oh, I know what's next. The firmament. That's another one too. I bet you that's next. No, 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 no. The Epstein fate before
Hello,
the
and
news
welcome
did.
back.
No, 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 no. I don't know what's that. What will you say? True, like no other language teaches grammar, but these English fellows. Yeah, dude, I don't know, dude. But see, didn't they? They kept the metric, don't they? Don't they have the metric system in Britain, or did we inherit the fucking fuck that system from them? You know, life would have been so much simpler if we would have just kept the metric system. We would inherit the metric system. It's funny because when I went to the Philippines with my wife and stuff, they do construction and they're measuring everything in metric, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, that would totally screw me up, man. If I was working with them, dude, they'd be pissed at me if I was working with them because I'd be measuring. Well, the tape measures were all metric, anything. My tape make my my tape measures are all like in feet and stuff and inches. I don't doubt it, man. Say something in Dutch if you don't mind. Just don't make it a bad word. Say I don't know, depending if you're at. Yeah, my wife is from the Philippines.
Yes, I'm in the Philippines.
I said you're from the Philippines.
Ah, okay.
Chismosa.
O, ano mo yun?
Yeah, my wife is from the Philippines, and she is in the Philippines. And I'm from
There's a
America,
guy
and
named
I'm in
David
America.
Kohler who claims that if you smoke DMT and stare into a diffracted laser, you can see the code of reality. But instead of taking his
Well,
word for it, we
I'll take that
decided
as a
to test it
compliment.
ourselves.
You know. Thank you, by the way.
Oh man,
And so are you, by the way.
fucking hell. That
I
fucking
actually met some
happened.
cool people here today. But I,
100
you tend to be an adult.
thousands of people
Actually,
have
I mean,
tried
I
this
tend to
experiment
be.
and say it's real. And
For
just like
some
most
reason, I
experiments are
tend to
predictable,
beat kids
but having
And when I mean kids, like they'll tell me their age. They always tell me the same age too, dude. I don't know why. I have a suspicion too. But they always tell me they're 11 years old. I just realized that, babe. Did you know that? There was another one that just came on that said that was 11 years old. And I'm not gonna say names. Yeah, this is like the third one that's come on, so it could be the same one. And they're real nice, actually. They're nice. They're nice people, you know. So they could be or not, but we'll talk about this offline. By the way, with you, I'll talk to you about this stuff. You know, I don't know if it's a setup or whatever, but I don't mind talking to kids as long as it's a level conversation and it doesn't get weird. The other day, yesterday, somebody said something weird, and I didn't like. I left it on there just for proof, or should I say, just for evidence. But they said something weird, and I didn't read it. I left it on there. Other people read it, and they kind of say, "Oh my God!" They just kind of like said, "Whatever." No, no, Lo, I am okay. No, no, that's cool. Dude. I believe you. I believe by your conversation. By the way, no, no, I'm not saying you. By the way, I'm saying other people that have come on before you, um, and that I've talked to that keep coming to my channel, and they're pretty cool. No, they're pretty cool. There's a couple, and they always come on and say hi. At first I thought it was kind of weird, but and that's the reason because when I talk, I curse, I cuss, and I go on tangents or whatever and stuff. Uh, but a lot of times there's just kids like, oh, look your chin, oh your neck, and oh you're bald, oh, or they'll say stupid things like, oh read this, and I used to think it's funny. Now it's just annoying. But conversations like this, I don't mind. And then we have conversations sometimes. The longer these live streams go on, the people get tired. And the people that stay on, well, we'll go into like we'll go into stuff eventually after we get a feel for each other. We'll go into the deep subjects about I don't know. We'll in the past we've gotten on about, and I won't say religion, so we'll talk about God. We'll talk about God, our understanding. I won't even say our beliefs. I will say our understandings about God, what God is to each one of us. That was a conversation with I think three or four of us, and it was a good conversation for a couple hours. There was no argument. There was no yelling at each other or cussing or trying to convince each other of what or trying to tell each other what was wrong. Then there was another time about politics, and yes, I forgot what we were talking about. And it was a good conversation. It's an open panel. The only thing was that I haven't been consistent with my live streams. That I've lost some of my regulars that I had in the past. So I hope they come back too. I just got to go back to my regular hours. Let's see. We are expecting a baby in about 3 months. Oh, right on. Congratulations. And one thing I'll be sure is I'll teach them not to speak anything about their age on the internet until they are 17 or something. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I tell my wife the same thing. Um, they like to play Roblox a lot on the phone. That's really all they do, really. I mean, Kuya sometimes goes on TikTok, right? But doesn't really go on Facebook, right? That's you on his Facebook, right? Yeah, she stalks me on on his Facebook also. But he does TikTok sometimes. The older son, but when they do the Roblox, I told her about that, but she knows about that because they're aware about the stuff that's been going on in the past with Roblox. So I told her, hey, if they can start getting messages to be aware about that, um, because I noticed it because they're playing Roblox on my laptop, and then I was getting pop ups, and then they but it was just normal people, they weren't like asking them to go like offline or go to another group or anything like that, and they know the little one, mini me, he doesn't know any better, and the older one knows. We told him, hey, don't stray off. Stay here. Don't communicate with anybody. You know. So yeah,
Kuya's aware of that.
yeah, I know he is. We do not gender reveal here much in Europe, and I'm so excited, scared, dude. Whatever it is, I want my baby to be born healthy and grow up healthy. Well, that's the old yeah. That was the old way, by the way. That's how it always was. Nobody ever used to gender reveal. You know, I mean, it was always a secret. Like the parents would know because they would go, medically. They would find out, or they would tell the doctor, "No, we don't want to know," and the doctor wouldn't tell anything to the parents, and just they'd be like, "Oh, surprise," what it was. So, I don't know, if they have baby showers where you're from, but when we had baby showers, when I was a kid for whatever, they would, make sure we give them like the receipt. So in case, oh, they got stuff for a girl, they got stuff for a boy. Sometimes, we'd give them both stuff for a boy and a girl, like matching sets. So they just would keep the stuff for the boy and then return the stuff for the girl or vice versa. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm very excited for you. Good for you, man. My boy, my boy is 6 years old now. Dude, they grow up fast, man. So good for you.
Ay, na nice.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, that's what I that's the only thing yeah. It took 6 months and I found out he was gonna be a boy. And even then after that I was still I just wanted to be healthy. I want to be healthy, healthy boy. Just a healthy boy when he was born. My sister knows I have been begging her to tell me, but my parents say it ruins the fun. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it ruins it.
This connection has been explored in some detail by Eric Safran in a 19.
Yeah, I don't. I know you want to know, but like, hey, it's like no. I hope she's true to her word and tell you.
Living with schizophrenia, I was questioning what was real and what wasn't. I felt like a visitor in my own life. Until my doctor and I decided on Invega Sustenna, the number one long-acting injectable for schizophrenia. Now, I finally found the power of lasting symptom control, and I feel present in every moment.
Yeah, that's all I wanted, man. I just wanted a healthy baby, and that's what we got. We got a healthy boy. I'll tell you what, though, even in the hospital, I was a little. He didn't. He didn't cry too much, and then he wouldn't feed at first. He wouldn't feed for almost a day and a half or 2 days. Day and a half, huh? Yeah, he wouldn't feed. He wouldn't latch on at first. I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, I started getting nervous, man, and in my side of the family, uh, autism runs. Yeah, autism runs in my side of the family. I actually have a cousin, and he's the cousin in my that was born right after me, right after myself. So I'm 55, so he just turned 54 or will be 54 this year. Um, and he's autistic, like non-verbal and like really autistic. And that was one of the first things, dude. After I first checked him out, that he had all his extremity, his fingers and toes and everything, dude, and like he wasn't eating and stuff, and he wasn't crying much. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. It's like, but then on the second, third day, he was eating. It's because of her. It was her fault because the doctor told her the month before she had to start massaging her breast. She had to start massaging her breast to make it soft, so start stimulating for milk. It's oh, it's too painful. It's too painful. I don't like it. So her breasts were too solid backed up, so there's no milk coming out. So guess what? Junior started chomping on him, got that milk out, and once he like stuff started coming out, he was on those he was on those things for what, the next 3 years? He was almost 3 years, right? Or he was 3 years, wasn't he? He was 3 years old. He was sucking on them things, dude. She wouldn't stop feeding him. Hey, that kid's too old to be on those things. She thought it was funny. I said, nah, dude, that's weird. Oh no, it's okay. It's natural. No, it's not natural. Well, my mother had cancer. I'm sorry to hear that. And it's the one which can be passed on to the child. There are two siblings, and we both don't have it. And I hope it's the same for the babies and the brother's babies. Poor boy. It was fighting the battles. Yeah, dude. It's like, dude, I felt bad. I was so mad at her, dude. I said, see, it's your fault. Yeah, everything worked out all right, man, dude. I was like, I hope everything goes all right, man. I wish everything, nothing but the best for you. You know, the healthy baby, and that your wife, has a healthy birth. Hers, hers, hers went by fine. I mean, I was the one that was stressing out. Once she had the epidural, she was okay. I mean, at first she was struggling, but once she had the epidural, she was okay. She wasn't hurting too much. Who? You think my wife and son? Yeah, they're in the Philippines right now. If that's what you're asking. They're she's preparing them. They're gonna start school next week. So she went out and got all their materials for both the boys. Um, the older one's gonna start sixth grade or fifth grade. Fifth grade. Oh, and the helicopter. Nice. All right, dude. I hear the helicopter and one. There's gonna be more gonna be going off that way right now. It can't be Friday night in the hood without the helicopter and the coppers going by. But again, they're going from the north to the south side. Yeah, the helicopter went fast, so they're just like they're on their way that way, over that way, that way. Um. Well, we are not married yet. You see, our baby is an unexpected guest, and I won't call it accident. Nah, dude, you don't have to explain, brother. Dude, we're kind of like in the same boat, brother. That was. I won't get into much details either, dude. My son was born. We got married. How many years later? How many years later we got married?
6 years.
We got married 6 years later. We got our own story, brother. This YouTube channel's got history, but shit, we started it. I started it 6 years too late. We met in 2018. I went and saw her in 2019. Because I liked her. A week later, after I came back home, she calls me. I'm pregnant. So she's pregnant. And then I go back in 2020. A week before he's born. In 2020, he's born in March. So he's born. We get released 4 days later. We go to our apartment. Um, was it how many days after we got back to the apartment? She's got excellent memory, by the way. 3 days later, after we got back to so we had 4 days in the hospital because she had a C-section. So we got released. So 3 days later after that, so 7 days after my son was born, we're in our apartment. There's a nationwide Rona nationwide lockdown. The whole I talked about this. We were locked down, brother. We were locked down in our apartment per the orders of the president, the previous president. So we were locked down, and only I could leave every other day, and I could leave within certain blocks. Only I can only go get medications at a small pharmacy if they had the medications there. What's up, Guya? Or I go get groceries, and that's about it. Everything else was closed down. I couldn't go like certain blocks leaving our area, and I couldn't leave the country. But luckily, I was smart enough to rent an apartment because other people, tourists, were kicked out of resorts, kicked out of hotels, and whatnot. And people were stuck in resorts and different islands. So if you didn't get out of the country fast enough, you're stuck. They were stuck on islands, dude. They were taken in. They were taken in by people and stuff. I'm watching the news and whatnot. Anyways, all the government offices were locked up and everything and whatever. Um, so we couldn't like even get him like registered or anything. So she did whatever she could. While a couple months, a month and a half later, the president opened up the country for foreigners like myself to leave the country, and I left the country. I left in 2020. So 2021 comes around, and I got sick, and I had a stroke. So I had to do therapy and get all better, and then long story short, I was well enough to travel and situated where I could like go back. So I went back in 2024, in the fall of 2024, and I was reunited with her and my son for the first time. He was 4 years old. They were getting him ready to go to school, to kindergarten. He's seen me on video chat like right now here. I'm talking to her. That's the only way. He only knew me from videos and pictures and hi, Daddy, where we chat, but not in person. And I spent a whole year over there. We got married. We had all the documentations that we needed for him to get ready. So I said we got married, and then I got all the stuff ready. We went to Manila, and we had an interview, and we got his citizenship, got his passport. So he's got dual citizenship. He's a U.S. citizen and a Filipino citizen. So there you go, bro. So was he an accident? Was he meant to be? Whatever. I understand. There you go. So I got a lot of shit for it, by the way, guy. I got a lot of shit for it, bro. There's more to the story than that I'm not willing to share right now online. But yeah, I got a lot of shit for it, bro. I got a lot of shit from coworkers. I got a lot of shit from family, friends. You know, only the real true friends are the ones that gave it to my face. A lot of them didn't. They did it behind my back and like whatever, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter. All that matters is my family. I don't know. Hopefully one day we're reunited. That's all. Right now the situation, unfortunately, it is what it is right now. This how it is for now. So hopefully your situation is better. So anyways, what I always say is we both are a bit young. I'm 23 and she's 20, but we just sat together and we're like we love each other, and since middle school we want a baby, and yeah, no abortions, and we will go through this. Yeah, dude. It was meant to be, brother. I mean, it happened, dude. Like I said, look at me, man. I'm in my 50s, bro. You're not a baby. After all these decades, dude, I made sure that I didn't have a kid. You know what I mean? And I've been in serious relationships, and I made sure I didn't have a kid then. And it happened this way, and it's like I made sure that I took care of my responsibilities, and I married her. I married her for more than one reason. I married her because I love her. I married her because she's the mother of my son. And I married her because that's gonna look good in immigration. Excuse me. When we did our interview, like the officer at the embassy or the consulate, her only concern was, I mean, we had all the documentation and we had everything, dude, we needed. We had more than enough evidence, whatever, that we communicate that we're not, trying to do any fraud or anything. Her only concern was why, the time delay. And I just explained. I said, well, this is what happened. What I just said. The COVID happened and I was gone and I got sick and I just came back now. And she looked at the dates. Oh yeah, that's about the time. Because she works over there in Manila and they got shut down, you know? They got locked in, or maybe she flew out to the US or she stayed there. I don't know. But she knew exactly what happened back at that time. Okay. All right, well, you guys are approved, and our son got his citizenship. So I wish you guys the best of luck. Yeah, it's like, yeah, man, I thank you. I really do too, I mean, I know the boys, she misses the shit out of me. I know that too. And I miss them. The boys miss me. My little one really, really misses me. I know that. He bonded with me. He really bonded with me. It's like at first it's kind of like, I was getting to know me. But yeah, he misses having a father around. It's hard. It's hard on both. It's hard on all three of them, But it's hard on the little one, because he sees his cousins, with their fathers and stuff, and at school also, seeing all. And I'm sure all the kids ask, "Hey, where's your father? Where's your father?" He probably gets tired of hearing that shit all the time, just like she does too. Where's your husband? Where's your husband? Where's your husband? You know, just like all the truck drivers, because I was a little bit of a celebrity, just because I got to know everybody there in that area. What's the question? America doesn't allow spouses and children with document. Yeah, dude, they do. They do. There's circumstances, brother, that I don't want to get into detail. It's my situation. It's just my situation. Just since I've been sick, it has nothing to do. It's nothing legal. It's nothing. It's just because my situation. Just because of basically it's financial, and basically I haven't worked, bro. I haven't worked since I had my stroke. I haven't worked since 2020, since I got the stroke. So I haven't worked. So, and I haven't gotten my disability yet approved. So if I get a disability approved, yay, that could go in my favor, or still, might not help. Or B, I'll finally get denied again for the final time, you know, just and I'll just get my ass to somehow figure it out financially, you know, and that's where I'm at. And these is the age where Junior needs you both the same, but one day he'll be grateful, and he, at least his father, is a good one. Yeah, that's the thing, dude. I want to get him. I want to get him before he gets too big. That's the thing. Yeah, he's 6, man. They're impressionable. Pretty soon he's gonna be 8, 10, 12. I don't want him to get that big without me. So I need to figure something out where I'm gonna get him over here, or I need to get my ass over there. But the situation is my health. My health is not, you know. The thing is, here, I got the resources for my health. Over there, I'm not going to have the resources for my health. That's basically that's basically the main thing. I'm not gonna make it over there. I'm not gonna last long over there. You know, I'm not gonna last over here. I'll last longer over here. There's resources over here with my health, and not because I'm fat, not because I have no neck. It's just because of my health. You know what I mean? Health insurance is not free in the U.S., is it? No, it's not. Um, it isn't, and then when it is, it's not the best. You know, it's still costly that way. Put it that way. No, they don't. Asking if they have
Year you waste on your phone.
what's the word? A national health plans or whatever. Is that what you're saying? Free health plan. That's the word. No, they don't have that. I don't have free health plans. Yeah, you know, it's like in some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. I've heard people complain, but then again, you know, something's better than nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, I've heard stories about Americans crossing the border just to get medication or treatments. I think that's sad, man. Americans have to go to Canada to try to get, you know, medication or health care. You know what I mean? The same thing that people complain about illegal immigrants coming to the U.S. supposedly for health, for free health care. You know what I mean? AJ, how you doing? Welcome back, AJ. That's good to hear, brother. Thanks for coming back. I got 10 likes, man. Anyways, I'm gonna have to cut this short, guys. I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging and stuff. But AJ, sorry to cut you loose, and Ordway, you're always welcome to come back. I hope you subscribe. If you don't, you know, I don't really have a set schedule yet. I try to make my live streams in the AM, but you know, if you do subscribe, hit the notification, and I'll let you know when I come on. Um, you know, if you know, we'll keep in contact. But it's been nice talking to you. I do wish the best for you. I wish the best for you and your girl and your baby. I hope that everything comes out all right, man. All right. Thank you again, AJ. We'll see you again soon. Peace out. Take care. Everybody have a good weekend. All right. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.